Five people walked into a small stereo store in Utah on April 22nd, 1974, and only two would leave alive after surviving a crime so brutal it still shocks investigators today. That Monday evening in Ogden, the hi-fi shop on Washington Boulevard was preparing to close. Inside were two young employees, 20-year-old Stanley Walker and 18-year-old Sherry Ansley. What they didn't know was that three airmen from nearby Hill Air Force Base had arrived to rob the store. They were armed, organized, and calm. At gunpoint, Stanley and Sherry were forced into the basement and tied up. While expensive stereo equipment was carried out to a waiting van, a series of chance arrivals turned the robbery into something far worse. 16-year-old Courtney Naisbitt walked in looking for his friends. He was taken hostage and bound. When Stanley didn't come home, his father, Orrin Walker, went looking for him. He too was forced into the basement. When Courtney's mother, Carol, arrived searching for her son, she was taken as well. Five people were now tied up beneath the store. The robbery was already complete. The van was nearly full, but instead of leaving, the attackers brought in liquid drain cleaner and duct tape. The victims were forced to ingest the caustic chemical, their mouths sealed shut. The injuries were immediate and catastrophic. When the poison didn't kill them fast enough, the attackers began shooting. Carol Naisbitt was killed first, followed by her son. Stanley Walker and Sherry Ansley were executed next. Orrin Walker was shot in the head, but survived. When that failed, one attacker drove a ballpoint pen through his ear and into his throat. Orrin did not move. He pretended to be dead. That decision saved lives. After the attackers left, Orrin freed himself and discovered that Courtney Naisbitt was still breathing. Police soon arrived to a scene described as unimaginable. Evidence led investigators straight to Hill Air Force Base. Within hours, all three men were arrested. Two were eventually executed. One survived a gunshot to the brain and lived for decades. And one man's refusal to die ensured the truth of what happened in that basement would never be hidden. This short only scratches the surface of what happened that night in Ogden. To watch the full in-depth documentary that covers the complete timeline and aftermath, visit our channel. If you want more fact-based true crime stories told with care and accuracy, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.